Good morning, students. Now let's begin with geometry. Yesterday we completed exercise 3.1 of chapter 3 circle. Now we'll start with exercise number 3. Geometry, that is exercise 3.2. Now let's move on to question number 4. See, question number 4 is what I'll tell you. I'll read the question for you. Now you can see in the diagram the circle with center P. You can see there is a small circle, its center is P, and one more circle, center is Q. They touch each other at point R. You can see the diagram. A line passing through R, there is a line C which is passing through R, meets the circle at A and B respectively. You can see there is a line which is passing through R which meets the circle at A and B. Now you prove that first one, segment AP is parallel to segment BQ. Now students, if you see the diagram, in the smaller circle a triangle is formed and the name is PAR, and in the bigger circle which is the center is Q, the triangle form is BQR. So first what we'll do, we'll take a triangle, that is in triangle PAR. Now we know that PA and PR, these both are the radius. So PA will be congruent to PR, which is radii of same circle. Now if I say PA and PR are congruent, means when two sides of a triangle are congruent, then it is an isosceles triangle. Means the base angle will be congruent, means angle A will be congruent to angle R. So see, next step will be angle PAR, means angle A is congruent to angle PRA, means angle R. That is isosceles triangle theorem, statement number 1. Now I will take one more triangle, that is C. In triangle QRB, again same thing. See, you can see QR and QB, these both are congruent since they are radii of same circle. So that means again it is an isosceles triangle. So angle R will be congruent to angle B. Statement number 2, isosceles triangle theorem. Now you can see we have one more angle. See, angle PRA will be congruent to angle QRB since they are vertically opposite angle. So they are congruent. So this will be my statement number 3. Now students, see, next now I am writing, see the diagram is same. Now angle PAB will be congruent to angle QBA since ARB are collinear. It was given in the question that there is a line which is passing through R, touching the circle at point A and B, means this ARB are collinear. So we get PAB is congruent to angle QBA. So from 1, 2 and 3 what we get? Segment AP is parallel to segment BQ. The reason is alternate angle test. So now see, so we got AP is parallel to BQ, that is by alternate angle test. Now we have to prove, second is what you know, prove that triangle APR is similar to triangle QRB. So now here, see our previous statement what we have proved, that is 1, 2 and 3 will help us to prove. So see, now angle PAR is congruent to angle QRB, that is from 1 and 3. Now see, I will read 1 for you. The statement number 1 was angle PAR congruent to angle PRA. This was my statement number 1. 1 was PAR congruent to angle PRA and 3 was angle PRA congruent to angle QRB. So in both the statements you can see PRA was common, so I am cancelling PRA. So what is left now? Angle PAR is congruent to angle QRB. That is my statement number 1 from 1 and 3. Now again see, statement number 2 was angle QRB is congruent to angle QBR. Angle QRB is congruent to angle QBR, and statement number 3 was angle PRA congruent to angle QRB. So here you can see that from 2 and 3 QRB gets cancelled. So angle QBR is congruent to angle PRA. So that means angle PR is congruent to angle QBR from 2 and 3. So what we get by AA test of both angles we proved. See, we got from 1 and 3 one angle we got congruent, from 2 and 3 one more angle we got. So by AA test of similarity we can say that triangle PRA APR is similar to triangle RQB. Now further see statement, next sub question is again find angle RQB. Check diagram RQB if angle A means angle PR is 35 degree. So now what we will do, see from 1 to 3 what we get, see angle R is equal to angle B, see 1 to 3 is what, angle PRA is equal to angle QBR is equal to angle QRB, which is equal to 35. From 1, 2 and 3 this will be statement number 4. So see, now I will consider a triangle, that is in triangle QRB. See, in a triangle QRB we know that all three angle sum is 180, means angle R plus angle B plus angle Q will be 180, means angle QRB plus angle QBR plus angle RQB will be 180. So I will substitute the value. See 35 degree which is angle R, angle B is also 35, angle Q we have to find out, total is 180. 35 plus 35 will be 70. So angle RQB will be 180 minus 70, which is equal to 110 degrees. Now question number 5. Again see, please try to understand the diagram in the figure. This circle with center A and B, you can see there are two circles of which A and B are the centers. They touch each other at E. They are externally touching circle. Now line L, you can see there is one line L which is the common tangent to both the circles at C and D respectively. Find the length of CD. You can see CD if the radii of circles are 4 and 6 centimeter. Now radii of circle means we can say that, see, AC is 4 and DM is 6. So now we know if two circles touch each other externally, then distance between their center is equal to the sum of the radii. So that means total length of AB will be equal to what? AE plus EB, means 4 plus 6 will be 10 centimeter, means AB will be 10 centimeter. Now construction part, what we'll do, join A, E, B and draw one more line AM which will be perpendicular to BD. So now we know L is a common tangent which touches the circle at C and D, means angle C and D will be 90 degree. The reason is tangent is perpendicular to the radius. So angle C and angle D is 90 degree, that is by tangent theorem, statement number 1. So now see, in quadrilateral AMDC, just check AMDC. Now see, angle ACD means angle C which is 90, angle CDM means angle D again which is 90, and angle AMD, M is also 90 because by construction what we said that AM is perpendicular to BD, plus angle CAM. All four angles of this quadrilateral, the total will be 360. The reason is angle sum property of quadrilateral. See, I'll put up the value 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus angle A will be 360. I explain you how we got 90. Angle C and angle D, these both are 90 since tangent is perpendicular to the radius, and we done construction AM perpendicular to BD means angle M will also be 90. So 90 90 90 will be 270. So angle A will be 360 minus 270, that is 90 degree. Now you can see all the four angles are 90 degree. That means quadrilateral AMDC is a rectangle by definition. So if it is a rectangle, we know opposite sides are congruent. That means see DM, check DM. DM will be equal to AC. So if AC is 4, DM is also 4. BD will be, now check BD. BD will be BM plus MD since the points are collinear. So what we get? Total is 6. BM will find out. MD we got is 4. So BM will be 6 minus 4, which is equal to 2 centimeter. So now I got BM as 6 minus 4, 2 centimeter. Now see AB, just check where is AB. AB will be AE plus EB. So that means 4 plus 6, AB will be, AE is 4 and EB is 6. Total will be 10 centimeters. So now I got AB as 10. So I can take a right angle triangle AMD where angle M is 90 degrees. So by Pythagoras, AB square equal to AM square plus AB square plus AM square is equal to BM square. That is hypo square equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. So AB is 10 centimeter plus equals to now students, there is a little correction in this. See, now consider triangle AMB. Now when I take Pythagoras theorem, it will be like that. Hypotenuse square means AB square will be equal to AM square plus BM square. Now by mistakenly I have given here AB square plus AM square. No, it will be AB square equal to AM square plus BM square. So AB is 10. So 10 square equal to AM square plus 2, that is 4 square. So 100 minus 4 will be 96. So by taking square root, 96 will be 16 into 6. 16 is a perfect root of 4. So 4 root 6. That means CD and AM, these both as their opposite sides of rectangle will be 4 root 6. So this is my final statement. Once again I will repeat, my students, there is a slight correction after the step C where I wrote in right angle triangle AMB. It will be like that. AB square will be equal to AM square plus BM square. Rest all the steps are proper. Now see, next part is some basics. See, I have drawn a circle, you can see, with center O, and from O I have drawn two segments OA and OB, and a central angle is formed. You can see AOB is 100 degree. So central angle is 100 degree. Now there are two arcs. You can see the smaller part is AXB, which is minor arc, and the bigger arc AYB is the major arc. So we know that the measure of central angle is the measure of minor arc. That means if central angle is 100 degree, so arc AXB will also be 100. Now if I want to find the major arc, the measure of the major arc AYB, it will be full circle, that is 360 minus the measure of minor arc, that is from 360 subtract 100, it will be 260. Now again see, now you can see again a circle with center O, and PS is the diameter, you can see, which is passing from the center. Now arc of same or congruent circles are equal if the related chords are congruent. Means here you can see there are two chords, chord PQ and chord RS. These both chords are congruent. If these both chords are congruent, then you can see the arc form, that is PMQ and RNS. These both will also be congruent. Means if chord PQ is congruent to chord RS, so arc PMQ will also be congruent to arc RNS. That is, the reason is arc of same or congruent circles are equal if their related chords are congruent. Now next one. You can see again a circle with center B. Again you can see there are two chords AC and DE. There are two arcs APC and DQE. So here it is given that this arc APC and arc DQE are congruent. So the chord AC and chord DE will also be congruent. That is, chords of same or congruent circles are equal if the related arcs are congruent. Now this was the basic for 3.3. Now we'll take only two sums of 3.3, that is question number 1. You can see now in the figure point G, D, E, F are concyclic and they are lying on the circle with center C. Now see, angle ECF, which is an central angle, is given 70 degree and measure of arc DGF is 200. Now you find the measure of arc DE and measure of arc DEF. So see students, measure of arc EF will be equal to angle ECF, which is given, see, angle is given, angle ECF is given 70 degree, that is a central angle. So the measure of the minor arc will be equal to central. So if ECF is 70, EF is also 70. So now what we will do, that is measure arc DGF, which is given 200, plus arc EF, which we got as 70, plus arc DE, all these arc total will be 360 since it is a measure of a circle. So when you substitute the value 200 plus 70 plus DE will be 360. So 200 plus 70 will be 270. So that means measure arc DE will be 360 minus 270, that is 90 degree. Now see students, I want to find measure arc DEF. Now if you want to find DEF by using arc addition property, I will add DE, arc DE plus arc DF, which will give me arc DEF. You see, measure arc DEF will be equal to arc DE plus arc EF. So that is 90 plus 70 will be 160. So the final answer will be, thus the measure of arc DE and measure of arc DEF will be 90 and 160 degree respectively. Now we'll move on to the last question of the exercise, that is, see, you can see the diagram is given. In the given figure, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Prove that first arc RS is congruent to arc QS is congruent to arc QR. First part, and second you have to prove that measure of arc QRS is equal to 240. Now see students, first it is given that it is an equilateral triangle. So write first, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Now you know the properties, all sides will be congruent to each other and every angle will be 60 degree. So see, next step, that is, if triangle is equilateral means chord RS is equal to chord QS is equal to chord QR, since the sides of equilateral triangle are equal. So what we get? Now see, we know that arc of same chords are equal if the related chords are congruent. Means what I get, see, measure arc RS is equal to QS is equal to measure arc QR. So that means we will say that let RS, that is measure of arc RS is equal to measure of arc QS is equal to measure of arc QR be X. Let that be my statement number 1. So now we know the measure of circle is 360. So arc RS plus QS plus QR will be 360. So X plus X plus X will be 360. So this becomes 3X. 3X equal to 360. So X will be 360 divided by 2 divided by 3. So I get 120, means measure of arc RS is equal to measure of arc QS is equal to measure of arc QR will be 120 degrees. Now the second sub question, that is you have to find measure of arc QRS. Check QRS. QRS will be equal to what? Measure arc QR plus RS by arc addition property. So 120 plus 120 will be 240. So measure of arc QRS will be 240 degrees. Now remaining sums of 3.3 will be continued in the next video of geometry. Thank you, my dear students.